What's up, Rev? In the building. How are you? Thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you and Miss Rats are doing good. Happy New Week. Thank you, Susanna. I appreciate it. How are you? Happy New Week, everyone. Blessings to everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Rev, I am sending prayers right back at you. Susanna, I hope you and your little one are doing well. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. What's happening, everybody? How y'all doing? Hello at the Jones channel. How y'all doing? Thanks, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it. Wishing you all well. I'm trying to live my best life over here. I thank you guys. Thank you dearly for your friendship, brotherhood, sisterhood, and support. I hope everybody's doing all right. And, happy holidays to the ones that celebrate and happy life, to everybody. I hope you guys are doing good. I really appreciate the friendships and support. YouTube has been amazing because of wonderful people like you guys. And I thank you all so much for giving me some of your time. I know we all only have 24 hours in a day and we're all very busy. So when you guys give me a little bit of your time, it's really appreciated. He said, we're good. He said, busy getting ready for the fireworks. Oh, y'all doing some fireworks? What you got going on, Rev? What is happening? I hope you guys can hear me because I got the waterfall running. If anybody can't hear me, please let me know and I'll turn the waterfall off. I hope you all can hear me. I see you've been doing good over there on your channel, Rev. I've been seeing you've been getting some good views. Oh, you can hear me. Good, good, good. Can you hear the waterfall too, Rev? Yes, I've been hanging in there and doing my thing, trying to live my best life and hope for the best and deal with what I got to deal with. You know how that goes. All right, that sounds good to me. The waterfall is not too loud and blocking me from having a, wonderful conversation with you guys. And like I said, I know you guys are busy. So if you have to, just pop in and say hi and go, that's perfectly fine with me. I appreciate everything all the time. And it's all good. I understand, and it's, the thought that counts, more than money. And like I said, friendships are priceless. So whoever has time to come in and say hi, thank you dearly. Whoever can come in and hang out and stay a while, I appreciate that too. It's all Gucci. And I thank you guys for everything because, you can't, one thing about with YT, one hand washes the other. You know how that is. We all want to be loved. You know what I mean? And we want people to care enough about us to hang out and share some precious time with us. Oh, that's good. That's a nice celebration, Rev. I'm glad to hear. That's a great idea too. So good. Keep that nice tradition. That's a different spin on things, and it's a lot of fun. Because when people celebrate the New Year's, there's a lot of fireworks and stuff going off. Depends on where you're at. So that's an awesome tradition, Rev. I'm here trying to gulp down and get in my right amount of water daily. So if you hear me gulping, that's just me. And I got myself up lucky enough to, drink a half gallon at least a day. So I'm doing that. So if you hear me gulping down, it's me getting that water in. I'm trying my best to drink it. You know what I mean? Because water really is, I know a certain amount of our body is the percentage of water, but we need extra. Since we're doing the firework thing, guess what time of year? What time is it? What time of year is it? Oh, there is my sissy right there. Hey girl, hey. How you doing, Miss Lady? It's Joey's world. What's happening? I hope all is well with you, beautiful. I know we have been, running around here. Everybody's busy and missing out on each other, and it's all good. I understand it clearly. I appreciate it. And I'm glad that you were able to stop by, even if it's for a second. I am glad to know that you guys are doing well. And I thank you dearly. I promise you, this right here, when you meet the right kind of people on YT, even if we all have good families, you know what I mean? Good family and friends. It's always amazing to be able to reach out around the world and enjoy, you know, each other than our family. You know what I mean? It's amazing to meet different people around the world and really enjoy each other because, we got our neighbors and, cousins and aunts and uncles, but YouTube brings a different spin on things. She says, yes, we missing you, but it's a crazy time. You know what? And it's all good, Lisa, because I miss you too, but I know that we're together in spirit. I understand the program. I know that life is lifing. We all only get 24 hours in a day. We got to clean, we got to clean, we got to cook, we work, we got husbands, wives, children, not feeling good. I mean, the days are just like coming and going left and right because life is like that. And I promise you, anytime I don't hear from anybody, I just like to pop in and make sure I know that you're doing well, and that's good enough for me. I respect it and I appreciate it. Oh, don't start with these elves have been really bad. Really bad. you know, she said very naughty elves. LOL. Yes, they have been really naughty. And the elves are cutting the food just like the rest of the world, I noticed. That is amazing, isn't it? And I got so many, we got a lot of elves that we're doing for how you do the elves for the kids. And the kids have been going crazy finding the elves in different predicaments. So what we do is we try to find something different each time to set the elf up. So when the kids go looking for the elf, they enjoy what they run up on. You know what I mean? And the elf has been, all over the place messing with stuff. You know what I mean? The elf has been very naughty. The elf was found last playing with scissors, and the kids were like, "Oh my goodness!" That's what I love, just hearing you laugh. Oh, girl, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I love hearing Joey laugh, and I love his infectious smile. Absolutely amazing. It just lights up wherever he's at when he smiles and talks. It just lights up the area, whether it's a room, outdoors, or on one of y'all journeys. It's absolutely amazing to be able to come together like this and really enjoy. I promise you, I have done so much stuff, around my life, as far as, getting back to work and family and friends. And when I come on YouTube, it's a wonderful experience. Hey, Tamika, how you doing, pretty lady? Thank you for coming. Hey, girl, hey. Hello to the people in the building. Thank you all for stopping in. I hope everybody's all right. Wishing happy holidays to everyone if you celebrate, because I've been saying, happy holidays to everyone. And I got a lot of people that, and no disrespect, but a lot of people get upset because they say that they don't celebrate, and it's okay. They understand that we all got different traditions and all of that's good stuff. We do what we do, we live our lives, and we go on. And I think that a lot of people, because I've had times, even now, when I'm out, and if you say Happy Thanksgiving, some people get kind of Scrooges on you because of maybe what they're going through. And then a lot of people say that they don't celebrate, and and it's all good. It's a cliche of something positive and nice to say. What's happening? There go my foodie. How you doing, Miss Critters? I missed you too, because sometimes what I do is, especially if I'm at work, I'll hurry up and set up the live quietly, and then somebody will come in the room, so I can't really interact because I'm not supposed to really be doing it. But I'm not taking chances that will get me in trouble at work. But I'm just saying. So sometimes you guys, like, I'll set up the live and you guys will pop in, and I can't really respond back because I either walked away from the computer or someone came in, and I have to hurry up and play it off. You know what I'm trying to tell you. So if I miss you guys in that way, I apologize. And don't ever think that I would sit here and see you guys and not say hi if I can. You know what I mean? Because I done got back over into my back into my rotation of getting back, settled back, out here working and stuff. But look, let me tell you, I know y'all probably tired of me with this carpal tunnel. Ooh, let me stop. I don't even want to dampen the mood, but I got to meet with a surgeon for some other stuff, some totally different stuff, guys. Some totally different stuff. And the two surgeries I had, one of them, I'm praying that it does what it needs to do. Because if I have to have the device removed, it's going to be yeah. But I got to meet a surgeon because I had another in-office treatment done in what was it? In October that was supposed to last me 6 months, and it didn't hold up, and I had to go back again in November and get another different type of treatment. And they're basically saying that's all that they can do. So surgeries is the lineup for the next, because that's two two different surgeries, another set of two. But these two they won't be able to do at the same time. So, I'm just, and I'm not trying to put a damper on things, but I feel that you guys are family and friends that I can talk to and share this stuff. Yeah, and it's coming left and right. Angela, I mean, it's some big powwows repeatedly. Every time and the thing is too, this has been like, unfortunately the story of my life from I think when I was about maybe 2 months old. I had a lot of things that were issues left and right throughout. So I just try to roll with the punches the best I can, and hope and pray, because the repeat surgery, like if I have to have like the two surgeries that I got done, one of them neither one of them were meant to permanently fix the issues that I was having, but to make them a lot more comfortable. And one of the surgeries that I got, because when I was under, they did two different surgeries on me, and one of them went it went pretty good, but it's another part that's affecting it, and then one of them hasn't been doing too well at all. And they said that it's very complicated to go in there to remove the device. So I'm thinking, since I just got it done a couple of months ago, I would rather get it out now before it anchors in there really good, if that makes sense. We keep going on there. Yes, you know what? Now I wouldn't mind doing that because, honey, I love the Bionic Woman and Lee Majors. Ooh, heartthrob, honey. I maybe I can catch up with him. You know what I'm saying? Oh yes. End up being Bionic Woman. Yes, ma'am. Why not? I would rather that than me. At least nothing hurts, And you got the super strength to save a lot of people. I would love to have that power. To keep moving forward regardless what throws at you. Amen. And that's exactly what I'm doing, Angela. That's exactly what I'm doing, because this is what people don't understand. Life is a journey, right? And whatever that looks like for you, that's what it is for you. And I know that it's better said than done, but I tell you one thing, it's better to fight it with positivity. I mean, once in a while you break down. You know how that is, but we have to break down to build up. And I have my moments of, oh my gosh, I'm way too young to retire. You understand, I don't qualify legally to retire because I'm not at the age of retirement, nowhere near it. And then secondly, I would have to retire under medical, but I got to make sure I got all my T's crossed and my I's dotted, if that makes sense. That's what you have. The power if you can't save yourself. Well, you know what? You're right about that, but I promise you, if I did have that power, Rev, I will do good things to help other people at least. That'll make me feel good no matter what I'm going through. to be able to help other people. But I tell you, life is lifing, and you never know what you're going to get. You know, you never know what you're going to get. So I just try to give thanks and praise to God, and try to stay on my horse and ride it to wherever He says I got to go. Because that's one thing about us. We don't know what's going on. Hello, Cindy. Thank you for coming. Beautiful. Blessings to you. Mega love shout out, darling. I hope you're doing good. Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, it's something else, you guys. I promise you. And you wouldn't even believe if I told you guys what's going on. I got something that's, happening with me from head to toe. There's not one part of my body I can honestly tell you that I don't have something going. Something going. I don't know anymore of even what else to do. And it's just almost like the situation where I'm so used to it that I be expecting something. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that in a way that I want anything to be wrong with me, but you know where I'm coming from. I always, have something going on, and it's not like, simple things. It's big things that's requiring surgery, downtime, permanent damage. You know what I mean? And people don't know there's a lot of stuff that's out here that happens to us, and we actually have no control because that's what our DNA is made of, and we have to roll with the punches. And I'm telling you, it's hard because you got to look at even though we all have our faith in God, you have to look at your overall life, and how you're going to do things. Because just because, see, this is what people don't seem to understand in a lot of cases. Just because, you have a relationship with God and you work on your salvation and whatever, whatever way you're doing it, it doesn't mean not going to have bad things happen to you. And it doesn't mean that you just sit back and let God do everything. We got to do our part too, He said, maybe the horse is drunk. Uh-oh. Man, honey, maybe I need a shot or something. I haven't had, oh my gosh, far as any type of indulging in anything, not even wine. I don't even know since way back. Oh gosh, I don't even know, 2000 something. 2000 something. I mean, oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know if it was 12, 13. I haven't indulged in anything. And I said, I need to have me maybe a nice, glass of wine or something here and there. When you're taking medication for all kinds of medical issues, you can't really indulge in too much anyway. But you know what I'm saying? Why not? He said maybe the horse is drunk. Has anybody ever seen a drunk horse? Oh my gosh, man, life is life. And guys, excuse me. I'm trying to, manage this gallon of water a day, keep my body flush and hydrated. So if you hear me slurping down, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm thinking about maybe for New Year's or something, having a nice glass of red wine or something, to knock the edge off. He says, ride a cowboy. Oh, Rev, you be coming up with some good ones. You be coming up with some good ones. That sounds good to me, man. I tell you, we all got so much going on here, and do you ever get to the point like when you're going through a lot of things, you be thinking like, you feel kind of like alone and isolated, even though, your family and friends are going through it with you. And then when you get on YouTube, or even if you go on Instagram and you see what's happening worldwide, you're like, oh my gosh, and I'm complaining about this, even though our problems are real. You understand? I'm not going to negate that, even though what we're going through is real. It is absolutely sad when you get on and see some stuff. Yes. And then you feel kind of bad about how you're feeling. But what I learned long time ago is that even if there's somebody that's going through something that's worse than you don't compare. Do you understand what I mean? not that type of thing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, sometimes certain situations, folks may say, well, it could be worse. And that is true because look at so and so. But see, certain things are meant for certain things. You know what I mean? People. So you have to watch that because I don't want to put somebody else health issues or situations down to make myself feel better. You know what I mean? And some got it worse. Exactly. And you know what? That's our cross to bear, though. See, we can't pick those kind of things because, see, what people don't understand, stuff happens to the good and, the good people as well as the bad. Just like when the majority of any kind of medications that we take, when people go through chemotherapy and radiation, you have to kill the good cells in order to kill the bad cells, you know? Oh, yeah, I hear you. I'm sorry to hear about that, Miss Angela. See, that's why I said, everything is happening around the world to everybody. You know, and I always say that. That's horrible. Yeah, that's not fair. And I, I'm sorry that that happened. And I'm going to tell you guys this too, and I'm not trying to, pit nothing up against anything, but I have one of my YouTubers, and it's happening in Texas. Oh yeah, I got quite a few of my friends in Texas and stuff, so I'm aware of some of that stuff as well, Angela. And prayers are always up for folks, even when you're going through good. See, I don't pray for people just because they're going through bad things. I pray for them when they're up high, in the middle, and down low. It doesn't matter what predicament a person's in. I always pray. And I have one of my YouTubers and her whole channel. That's why I said with me, Rruk of all is not a channel. I'm not a content creator, but if any type of money that could be gained would be extra money to help out different other people. And I have a YouTuber that she dedicates her channel, and she just hit 100,000 supporters. Makes you wonder what the heck is going on. Yeah, the devil is busy. You know what's happening. And see, it's up to us not to allow him to tip the scale in his favor. So all of us that are good people, and I'm not forcing religion on nobody. I'm just speaking of how I live and how I think of things. He is trying to win this battle, and we're not going to let him. Plenty of material. So I look at it like this, she has a channel. She just hit 100K subscribers, and her channel is dedicated. And I want y'all to listen to me, and I'm not trying to disrespect nobody or anything, but her channel is dedicated to helping with schools because there's a lot of kids that she says that's not getting, they don't have, their government does not supply free lunches at a certain particular school. The poor teachers out of work. Yep, yep. Cafeteria workers. It's a whole bunch. Yes, and see that's the whole thing that people don't realize. It's a domino effect for everybody that is involved because you got the students, the teachers, the cafeteria workers, the maintenance, the principal, the vice principal. I mean the nurse at the school. It's everybody. Hundreds of people being affected, and it's horrible because people's lives are changed profoundly. It's not that easy. Like, oh, you can just go to another school and you can do this. People don't understand your circumstances because they're not in it. You know what I mean? You know, and this particular YouTuber, and I know there's several that do it because if I got into something as far as money and any of that, I would use it to be extra so that I can take care of my family and help other people out too. But her whole YouTube channel is dedicated to help out because she deals with a lot of different countries that don't supply lunches and stuff. In small rural areas, jobs don't grow on. That's what I'm saying. So oh well, if you got your degrees, your masters, and you got this, you should be able to find something easy. It don't go like that. It don't go like that. It's a whole nother side to all of that type of stuff. And people need to be mindful of that instead of just assuming because it's not them. So they're not really feeling the blow like you are if you're the person going through it. And this is what I was saying. I was talking with this YouTuber friend that does her channel to support a lot of countries that don't, their government doesn't supply lunches. So basically, the kids are coming from home. They don't have enough food to bring in for lunch. So they're in school trying to learn and they're not getting enough food. You understand what I mean? So you just think about it. Whatever your parents could scuffle up to give you for breakfast, for you to head out the door and do a full, 7 to 8 hour school day, and you're in school and you're draining off of a little bit of breakfast you had at home because your parents can't afford to send you in a lunch and the school doesn't provide it. So her channel is based on raising money and food and stuff for these kids. And then I'm looking at other people that I know that's in different parts, because see, like I said, I'm global. But I know a lot of folks that are saying about how schools are wasting food in different states and different areas. You get where I'm coming from? Where they said the kids are not eating the food. Some kids the food they get is in school. Yes, absolutely. Hello, Josephina. Thank you for coming, beautiful. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you stopping in. Blessings to you. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate it. But yeah, and that's the thing. And then some kids are getting the food, but they're not eating it. They're throwing away. I know so many different people that speaks to me, and they always keep telling me, "Honey, if you would see how much food is wasted in different places. I mean, at schools. Listen to me. I can prove every bit of what I'm saying. At schools where they're throwing away complete breakfasts, complete lunches. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Complete, I mean, a whole plethora of food. And what I don't understand is are these teachers notifying the parents that the children are in school and they're not eating breakfast or lunch for the whole day? I mean, and they throw it out. They throw it out. I mean, brand new breakfast. I mean, fortified good breakfasts and lunches, and they're not eating the food, and it's being thrown in the trash daily. I mean, hundreds of lunches and breakfasts, and I mean, fruit, anything that you can think of that would consist of a good breakfast is being thrown away. You understand where I'm coming from? And with that being said, that's that. Then we got different places where they don't have enough food, and then they wasting food. And I would love to know, if you're a parent or a caregiver, a family member, aunt or uncle, how do you feel not knowing that your child is attending school and they're in school 7 to 8 hours and they're not eating their food at all and they're going a whole day without anything on their stomach and the teachers are not saying anything? There is a lot of children that they're throwing away food, I promise you, because these folks that I'm talking about, they're taking the food home. They're taking the food home and donating the food to different shelters because it's fresh lunches, breakfast, snacks. And I mean good stuff. Nice big clump slices of zucchini, apples, oranges, pears, cereal, milk, orange juice. You understand what I mean? Waffles, pancakes, fruit, milk. Every day, these folks are not getting they're throwing the food out. And then you have some places, like you're saying, these schools closing down. Some schools don't even provide anything to eat at all. And you know how it is when it comes to kids. You need to be energized. You need, something on your stomach. And even when you have a child that's going to school and you as a parent, you assume that your child is eating and they're not, and the teachers are not even informing the parents that your child comes to school every day and they're not eating breakfast or lunch. So what are they running off of? You know what I mean? A lot of children are taking medication that's given by the nurse in school. Some children take medication before they, leave to go to school. They need some kind of food on their stomach so that, the medicine don't affect their stomach because it has to be taken with food. And food is wasting. And then you got schools that's closing down that would be glad to be open and have all of this food and different opportunities. This is why I said, once again, he's trying to win. The enemy's trying to win And it's up to the good people that believe in good, that believe in God, or whatever your faith may be. We have to fight that battle because all of these negative things happening can't be coming from nowhere but one person. You know what I mean? To allow this kind of stuff to happen. And I'm not trying to be on a negative note or anything. I'm just saying. You see how you're saying we're talking about these schools are closing down? Then you got, like I said, one of my friends that's, supports different countries that don't have food at the schools. And then the other places that got food and they're just throwing it away. I mean, it's just, it's crazy. It really is. Hello, my dear. Thank you for coming. This is why I said we gotta get it together, you guys. We got to get it together, and all of this problem with different governments and issues going on there. I mean, we got to do better than this. This is why I said I'm gonna, do what I got to do because I don't want to have to repeat this type of lifestyle. I want to get my crown of life. You know what I mean? At the end of this, and it all goes by how I live this life. If not, I'm going to be actually not even on a repeat, but this is going to be suffering permanently. Thank you. Thank you, Pooh. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming in, sweetheart. I call you Pooh. But yeah, this is the thing that we call life. And it's up to each and every one of us to do our part to make it better for other people because it's the simple things. Just like the other day, I had seen two guys. It's usually one guy that stands out there for money, and I usually give him all the money. But there was another guy, so I decided to get split the money between the both of them. One of them didn't care, but the other one seems to be kind of upset. And I was trying to be fair about it. So that I could give both of them something because they both were in need. So I just pray and just the little things that we all do every day can make a difference in a lot of negativity that's happening in the world that we can't necessarily stop or do anything about. Just the little things is all that we can do out here in the world to try to make sure that we're doing our part to make the world a better place. Because there is a lot of things that are going down, and a lot of it is going to keep going down. You know what I mean? It's up to us to keep our heads up, keep the positivity and love and support going. You know what I mean? It's up to us to make that we do our part because if not, a lot of folks are they're suffering. So it's up to us to do the best that we can. Let me see. Thank you for coming, brother Archie. Much love to you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you are doing well. Blessings to you. I hope everything are going good with the eyes. Thank you for being here. My brother, shout out to you. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. Let me see. She said she needs some. Let me see. Okay, needs some advice. I think. Thank you and Angela Critters can help. Let's go. Let's go, Miss Lisa. Let's go, sis. What's up? You all remember? Oh, thank you so much, brother. Thank you, Archie. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support, brother. I really appreciate it. And I'm always with you. Thank you so much for being so kind. I really appreciate it because we all cannot do this YouTube without the other. We all have to hold each other up and do the best we can on supporting each other here on YouTube and anywhere else in life. Love, love and support, love and support. She says she's in. Wait a minute. Let me read what you wrote in. I mean, I'm sorry, Miss Lisa. She said my niece has been going through a. Oh, girl, I can talk about it. Oh boy, through a domestic breakup. It's very bad. Need out a new job, but now she had to put down 14-year-old. Oh, oh, oh man. She's an emotional mess. She's seeking therapy, but so much abuse on that long-term relationship. I'm heartbroken. You know what? You know what? Oh, Lisa, that's serious because I told you, I got, and I won't get into details because I can't, but I understand that type of life. I know what that is. I grew up in it, and no disrespect. I have been in something myself, and I always tell you guys that there's a lot of different reasons why I'm not on camera. So oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I tell you, oh boy. During the yes, during the holidays, and then to have if she has a pet that's probably been with her and been her comfort through a lot of this domestic stuff that she's been going through, and to have to say goodbye because your pets are an extension of your family. And I think a lot of people don't understand pets are not, they are fur babies, but they are our family. Anytime you have any pets in your life, you have to treat them the same way you do a family member. They have to go to the dentist. They have to be loved. They need haircuts. They need nail trimming. They need the same medical care we do as humans. So with that happening at the same time that she just got out of this relationship and then having to put her pet down, that is very, very emotional and is very hard. And I really feel, and I'm not trying to act like I'm some therapist here. And what am I though? Let me not let the ooh. But you know what? I think that she is off to a good start because she's starting over a new life. I think that therapy would be really good for her to help her, navigate through a lot of the negativities that's going on. And far as the pet is concerned, unfortunately, this is how life is for us. And when we have those situations like that with our fur babies, and then we're going through stuff, we have to really trust and believe in God and really focus. And I know it's better said than done, but I feel that you're gonna have your cry days, your down and out days, and your build me back up days until you get back on the right track. And some of this stuff will affect us for the rest of our lives. You know what I mean? But I feel that she is really on a good track. And I listen. I know the domestic thing, honey. Oh boy, we can we write a book? Because listen, honey, folks don't know. Folks don't know. I keep trying to tell folks a little subliminal here and there without too much going out, honey, what it's like to have to let go of houses and go back renting, have to keep running from country to state backwards and forth for safety reasons. See, folks don't get the messages. You get where I'm coming from. I promise you, I can walk in them shoes miles, miles in them shoes. I understand what it's like with having to put a fur baby to rest. So I get it. And I think that what's going to happen with this is that she's going to feel her ups, downs, and arounds, but she's going to she's got to let God work on it for her if she's a believer or whatever she considers as positive if she's not into religion. But I think that is, she can let it make her better and not bitter. But it's going to be hard. She says, wait a minute. Thank God she's in therapy. 2 years to get her safety. Oh, honey, I wish I was that quick. Oh, you still they are on a break. She's safe, but that relationship, 15 years, caused so much damage. Oh, I know. I know how that is, Miss Lisa. I'm hoping for quicker healing than it will take. Yeah, I know. So sad to lose her fur baby while struggling with starting a new life. Yes, ma'am. That's why I said the fur baby's been with her through all of that and probably was affected emotionally by it as well. And then that probably was her comfort. And to have that happen at the same time. They are on break. Safer that way, yeah, because he won't be trying to hunt her down in a negative way for now. But after a while, he's going to kick up and get it. But thank God that he's thinking it's just that. Just keep her busy. And yep, some guilt with her grief. Yes, ma'am. Yes, at least she's getting it out, though, instead of holding it in, Lisa. As we all know, the most dangerous time for an abuser is when you're gone. Yep, when you leave, it's a wrap. So right now, she's in a good place because he think they're taking a break. So she got some time to stay ahead of the game. But once he see that it's not coming back, that's when he's gonna start flipping out. She's gonna have to do it that way. Keep him from, yes, looking for her. Yes, think so. We are all 3 hours away, and he doesn't have the addresses. Thank God. Yes, honey. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, honey. Let me tell you. I told you want me to write the book. Listen to me. And and it gets harder when you have to, and like I say, I always tell you folks constantly, I have paperwork in the big house. You see, I don't think a lot of people catch on to what I be talking about because I got stuff going on with me that's pertaining to work. I always tell you guys that, and something in my personal life. I always say while I'm not on camera, listen, ladies, this is not a game. I'm keeping it real. This is reality, and I promise you, people do not understand when you get on a run like that. And I'm going to tell you, I won a prize several times on YT, and I couldn't accept it because people don't understand when you cannot use an address. And in some cases, not even a PO box. People do not understand when you have worked, hard and bought you a house, two houses, live in one, rent out the other, and work a little modest job and have a family and doing good. And these people find you, and you got to leave it all, ruin your credit, all of it. You understand what I'm saying? People don't understand when you have accomplished your goal and had a tragic fire and lost. Oh man, I can't. I'm sorry, y'all. Oof. And I'm not making it about me. I'm telling you what I understand. What I understand. You get where I'm coming from? You get what I'm trying to explain to y'all. When oh, it's not about me. I'm not making it about me because I'm in my own thing. But I'm telling you, I'm giving you the compassion of experience and understanding and hope and prayer for this young lady. And while trying to rockabye myself, okay? I, you know, oh, y'all gotta give me a minute. Mm, oh, it's even as even you try to get this stuff in line, and then you start the third party. You see what I mean? Because that kind of thing is like a domino effect. What they do is they get crazy with it. Then they use third parties to start trying to contact you when you get the big house paperwork done, and then you have to go and get some paperwork in order for the big house. With these people, because then they start sending mama or sister to ride by to come contact you, to track you down. They start getting on the internet trying to find out who you worked with, who you with. People don't understand when you got to change your names. Safe houses and um, mm, man, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare, especially when you know that mm, mm, the, the people that's supposed to be with you and know what's going on. They're the ones that's everywhere you go telling this person, especially if you have kids. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? They always are the ones that's so quick to disclose the information. there's so many of these folks that believe, men and women both believe that when you're in a situation like that, that's okay. Because that's a marriage, that's a relationship. You guys got kids, it's okay. They're going through it. I've been through it, it's okay. I've been in that where family raise you up to think that that kind of stuff is okay because that's the kind of behavior that they accept. You know what I mean? And it's horrible. Oh no, this is good. This is good. This is good. And oh, don't even feel no way. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you, I love to let it any kind of thing that I'm going through. I would rather let it out than to keep it in because it will eat you up like a cancer. And when you share and you let it out, you're able to help yourself and help someone else out when they're going through different things like this. You know what I mean? And it's a very, very scary life to live because you're constantly looking over your shoulders. You don't know who to trust. Some people you don't know who. Sometimes you can be with a group of people that can be your family and not these folks as family, and they will go on the side of that person. You got to be careful of who, if you're moving somewhere new, that what neighbors you can let know to be aware. Bells and lights, honey. Let me. You know what? I can write the book. I've seen this coming up as a child. I mean, real bad things. People getting limbs broke right in front of you. People are getting teeth knocked out right in front of you. You understand? And if you dare make a sound, you're next. We know some stuff here, man. And I promise you, there's nothing that you've done wrong with this conversation. I am so happy that you were willing to share it with me because I feel like I can offer a whole lot of stuff and cutting off the whole everybody, even a whole new life, basically. Name changes, everything, and start over new and being in plain sight but not seen and always wondering who's next. And I promise you one thing, and I can say this, and I don't want anybody to misunderstand me. I'm going to be blatantly honest with what has been, with all of that kind of stuff. That mask, when the C-19 hit, honey, mask was a blessing, honey. I know that sounds terrible. I know that sounds terrible, but honey, let me tell you, it's been a blessing. You hear me? Or you can go into certain type of religions where you're wearing turbans so that folks don't, you know what I'm trying to tell you, because you don't never know where, who, and what. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. That it was for years. Honey, that's how it is because it's a lot of shame and blaming yourself for it and not want nobody else to know and don't want to hurt nobody else with what you're going through. Oh yeah, they're Decepticons. They're master manipulators. We know how that goes. You understand what I mean? That's how they do. Narcissists. Y'all know what they do, and they're master manipulators because they have a way of making you feel like. And what I'm saying here is a lot of stuff that I have been through with other people and been caught up in the middle of it because you know that anybody that gets in the way to help a person that's going through that, you're marked as you're marked in it now too. You get where I'm coming from? You're in it now too, even if it's not you, but it's a sister or a friend. And once that person see that that friend or family member is on your side and helping you out, then they start coming for you, and you can get hurt being in the middle of it. And I remember, oh my gosh, if I tell you some things that I've had with friends going through, I remember one day I had a friend and we had I was at her house, hanging over, sleeping over, hanging out, and she was in the room with a lot of tussling going on. And when I went to, to check to see what was going on, she didn't want to answer the door. And when she finally got up to answer the door, she had a black eye. She was naked, wrapped in a comforter. And when she turned, because I wanted to, interact with her, and she would only crack the door. So I wanted to make her think I needed something from her. So she had to turn to go to her dresser. I just like, oh, I want to borrow perfume. And she had a big bite mark in her back that was bleeding. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of men are victims too, Angela. And like I said, I've been through a lot of different stuff, personally and also with friends and family for decades because there's a group of people that believe in that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And that type of situation right there, those are some sick people, and it take them a long time to leave, certain people alone. And anybody that comes around trying to help, they bring them down too. People have been unlived in situations of trying to defend folks that they love that's going through something like that. You know what I'm saying? And in some cases, you have to look over your shoulders the rest of your life, especially when those people, if you get orders in place, they get somebody else to contact you, and mothers and aunts, and it gets really crazy. You know what I mean? It gets really, really, really crazy. And I had, just being a witness to stuff will put you in danger too. Because like I said, I got something that occurred with me at work that was not just me, but like three of us co-workers, because of the kind of work we do, that we have been attacked and bothered and things of that. I'm trying to watch what I say here. Pertain to work. You understand what I mean? And it's not a game. This is it's scary business. And I'm praying for her, because honey, I know what that life is. You got to be careful with whoever's helping, because you can get caught up, and sometimes you become a victim from helping a victim. You may not even be the victim, but you're a part of it because it's your family member, your friend, and you're trying to help them out, and now that person sees that you're in the way, or they feel threatened by you, and then now they're attacking you, and then you have to go and get something in order. You get where I'm coming from? I've been in that type of situation. Because once the cat is out of the bag, he's gonna know after a while, because he's gonna keep trying to contact. And see, I got friends that I've tried to, you know what I'm saying? Friends that I've tried to help with stuff and got attacked. You get where I'm coming from? So it's not just about me and what happened, if it happened to me or not. You know what I mean? It's about others and helping them. Oh my gosh, honey, it's horrible. And I promise you, you gotta be careful getting too close with people at jobs and telling your business, man. You gotta vanish in plain sight. You know what I mean? You got to vanish in plain sight, because if you start letting people run their mouths, and some people talk, but they're not deliberately trying to do anything, and they don't realize that they are. You know, anything that you say, and then it's hard. You can't let a lot of people know that you're in that type of situation, because some people will say, to somebody, well, my friend Sally, I'm just using this for, synopsis. My friend Sally was in a 20-year abusive relationship, so maybe you can talk to her. And then somebody will go and say, well, yeah, I met this girl Sally at work that's been in an abusive relationship, and that may get back to somebody he know, a cousin. And then they start coming look you up at your new life, in your new life. That right there, the only time that them kind of guys stop like that, or even some women, because I know so many females that don't realize that men get abused too. A lot of men are with domestic women. I know a guy that was like 6 something feet tall with his girlfriend. She was only like maybe 4 or 5 feet tall, and she was abusing him, and nobody believed it, because they're like, well, you're stronger than her, and you're a man, and you're taller. But the thing is, she would hit him, but he would never hit her back. So he ended up with all kinds of black eyes and things of that, and nobody really would believe it. You know what I mean? So he had to set up some devices so that people can really see what's really going on in their house to really believe that this man is being abused by this woman. How could that possibly be? You know what I'm saying? And it was true. He was a victim, and obviously he's a man, and if he decides to, swing back, he could definitely defeat her. But that's not what was going on. He was an abusive person, but she was. So he took the blows. You know what I mean? He took the blows and the hurt and the scars. It's no joke here. You know what I mean? This is serious business. You know, and like I said, even with me just being witness to something, put me in harm's way. And it's a hard situation because you feel that it's your, a lot of people feel that it's their fault. They got to hide it, and they don't want nobody to know. They think they deserve it. It's a nightmare. I mean, a bad nightmare because they damn near killing you every time. And it's not, just the physical, but it's emotional too. And I pray for her that she gets, through this. Because that's not a game. That is not a game. You have to really pay attention to how scary that can get. I really feel horrible to hear that. Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking about so many things. Like, even, and it's not a bad thing because it's good to process. Because, see, people don't realize that that's what therapy and stuff is for, is to let it out. Because when you hold it in, that stuff can eat you up like a cancer. You really have to pay attention to getting it out. Emotional abuse is horrible too, Angela. Yes, it is. It's the worst. It sure is, and that's the wrong thing. You know what I say to Angela? I'm glad you mentioned that because I can honestly tell you this, just like you said, a lot of people say we stay together for the kids, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. From what I've learned of, being around people that's been through it or getting pulled into it by helping people or just surviving it yourself as a kid or whatever the case may be to bring you in that arena. Kids would rather be from a broken home than to live in one. Kids would rather be from a broken home than to live in one. I promise you, nothing good comes out of a child seeing that and experiencing that. Especially if you're watching a mother and father go through it, and then you're being abused as well. Oh, God bless you, sweetheart. You guys deserve it, Miss Lisa. But that staying together for the kids, oh no. Oh hell no. Excuse me, I have to go there. I'm sorry, y'all. No way. No way. Kids, Because I know with me, coming up with all that, I don't care if she couldn't afford it and we had to go in the shack. I would rather be that than to go through that. And it wasn't, like I said, it ain't just stuff with the parent being abused, the children as well, physically and emotionally. You know what I mean? And even if you have physical scars that heal, your emotions still take you there, and wounds are opened back up, again and again. But for me to talk about it to help other people, honey, let me tell you, I done been through it with so many friends and their stuff and got pulled into it by being a friend of somebody and end up getting caught up yourself. You're there, this person comes with a bunch of chaos and they're jumping on the person and you trying to get in to help and you end up getting hurt. So now you're a victim. You know what I mean? Even if it wasn't your relationship or your situationship. You know what I mean? You're in it now because you're helping, or because that person came to your house for, comfort, somewhere to stay to get out of that house. Then they come outside banging on your door and jumping up at you, coming up to your job as if you are in a relationship with them because you are helping out the person that they're abusing. You know what I mean? Yeah, that lifestyle, I'm telling you, it's got to be changed forever. You got to change your lifestyle forever. Because if you stay around the wrong kind of people and start trying to get comfortable, just like I watch a lot of movies, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but a lot of these movies does not depict a lot of the real outcomes. A lot of times when these women are running, and I'm not saying men are not being abused, but you know what we're talking about specifically right now. A lot of times when these women are running from a domestic partner, and whether they got kids or not, they always find some other man and fall in love and start a whole relationship. It don't that some of that happens, but not really. Because first of all, instead of, they are saying trying to get over one by getting under another, that's the worst thing to me. I think that a lot of people need to heal so they know what love, real love is before they jump and get involved with someone else. You know what I mean? That's not sometimes you got to get it together before you can start again. Because that right there, sometimes that can be an absolute nightmare. You hear me? An absolute nightmare for you to get involved with someone else and y'all stuff ain't right because you still flinching and jumping and scared and you're trying to start this new life, but your old memories are there, and then this man is still hunting you down. You have to be very careful with that. And then, trying to start a new life and getting too comfortable with sharing your business, your behavior, your activities, your favorite soda, your favorite coffee, some of that stuff can lead a person right to you because somebody can inadvertently be speaking to someone else and mention something about you that only a few people know. And then they're like, she must know Sandy. He must know Mary. Wait a minute now, because that's something that only me and her did. And for that to be known, that person must be living in this town now. You get where I'm coming from? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That right there is you got to be is I'm telling you, honey, oh gosh, I hate to see somebody going through that. I really do. And I pray that God gets her through over to the other side. But see, with those creeps, they got to be put down. Like they need to be locked up for life because they're not going to do anything but pick up back trying to track you down when they go do the little bit of time they get, or either they're going to find a new victim. You know what I mean? And they always can't live with that one that got away type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And they don't really get enough time for what they done. That's a living nightmare. Do you hear me? I can't stand it. I pray that she don't have to, because this is, when people don't realize, just like I got this one girl that I met on my travels in that type of lifestyle with, whether it was, with other people, friends or whatever, is they try to, start over a new life. And this one particular girl, this is something personal that I know, she started up too quick and start living out. The kids going to school, spending the night at people's houses, and that led that person right back to her in her new relationship, and it didn't go well because that person, she got too free, and left a couple of, I'll just say she left probably maybe 3 or 4 towns away, got into a whole new relationship, and this person left with 3 kids pregnant and started up a new relationship, got pregnant by the new guy within a year. And by her being all over the place on Instagram and Facebook and all that, that person found her with her new life. And boy, it didn't go well. It didn't go well. You got to stay low keyed forever, forever. Always looking over your shoulders. Unfortunately, that can't never. You can't let that cat out the bag. Because there's too many people that know each other, especially to putting your business out there on social media and all that. That's the worst thing. Oh, I pray for her. That's this disgusting mess. Really got to do something about that. You know, this ain't no game, y'all. That's all. That's okay. This is a mountain to carry. You know, this is a mountain to carry. You have to really be careful about that because if you don't, those people will hound the heck out of you. And it doesn't take much, I'm telling you, because there's so many websites that disclose people's information and their address. You could even just say, for instance, I'm gonna give you an example, you guys, and I don't mean to be shady. I have a family member that just started, they got grown now, and they just started doing different stuff like donations to March of Dimes. Do you know how many places that even March of Dime then sold their information to? And it's not a negative place. It's been other places that need, feed the children and those kind of places, but the information is out there. It doesn't even take much to do identity theft. Got to head out as well, but oh, you are welcome, sweetie. And like I said, it don't necessarily have to have happened to me. You get what I'm trying to explain to you? It's the experience in the work field, as a child, as a friend, cousin, aunt. Do you get what I'm trying to tell you? And I promise you, God is good, but there's so many things that I know that they're going to tell her a lot of stuff if she gets help from certain type of programs, but there's a lot of inside stuff that the programs don't even fully understand because some of them that it's not them. You know what I mean? And you make one contact with the person that you can say, well, Sarah knows that Mike didn't treat me well, so I'm going to send her a Christmas card. And then Mike pops over at Sarah's house through the holidays. Oh, I miss Betty. I miss her. I wish I knew how she was doing. Well, how about this? She did send me a card, so I think she's doing well. You see, one of those little slips gonna get this fool that's chasing, looking, searching. And I promise you, I can prove to you that ain't a good idea. I thank you so much for coming, sister. I know you're busy, Lisa, but I can get into this from childhood on. Ooh, teenage friends went through it, and I'm helping them, and then I become a victim from helping them, and then you're just as bad as them and third parties. I pray, Miss Lisa, and I'm gonna stop talking, sweetheart, because I know you got to go. Happy holidays, and you give her some well wishes from me, and let her know that I feel her 100%. I promise you. And that God is a way maker, but you have to make sure that you don't get too cozy up with too many people. And I love you too, Miss Lisa. Keep it down, low down. Sometimes the right hand can't know what the left hand is doing, honey, because I promise you, like these are the worst times. Half the time when you're in it, you're almost getting killed each attack. It depends on what they're doing. And emotionally, you're already gone. You know what I'm saying? But the physical part. And then once you start letting too many people know, it could be anything. Husband of the person that's being abused, talking to somebody at work that may know that abuser guy, and that'll let the cat out of the bag. God bless you, sweetheart. Love you too, sis. We definitely will. But I'm going to tell you, honey, tell her, mum's the word. Mum's the word in every area. Even when you start there, oh, it's a new bunch of people. I'm in a different state. Nah, 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 nah. Do you hear me? I said I'm global. You feel me? None of that. None of that. Even if you got a special coffee you like, you tell them that I like it black. And you usually like cream, sugar, a little bit of cinnamon. You like French vanilla. You can't. You got to change it all up. Your hairstyle. I mean, let me stop. Anyway, take care. Love you too, girl. You too. Blessings. This is it. Good guys. And I promise you, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray, honey. Ooh, I'm gonna pray because people don't know what it's like to be hunted. Oh my goodness. Take care. Have a great day, and hopefully, maybe we'll link up with each other before Christmas hits. Just to keep some love going. And prayers out to this beautiful young lady that she gets to get out of this successfully and enjoy her life, to the fullest and start over anew. And this fool never finds her and she can just go on and fresh. And these memories will be something that will be, make her better and not bitter. And she can utilize the tools from her experience to help someone else out. And it won't hurt as bad. Praise the Lord. Give God thanks and praise. We praying. We are praying. We are praying. Prayers are up for her full release from this situation. In the name of Jesus, amen, amen. And I'm not being no phony Christian. I believe in God. I love God, but I make mistakes. I think negative. I swear, I cuss. I act a fool. I'm still working on my salvation, but my prayers is true and real. Blessings to everybody. Now, you guys might all be gone, so I'm gonna stop talking. Put on maybe a little bit of music because I got the waterfall. So maybe I'll keep it chill for a minute or just pop that thing, y'all. Bless you all. Thank y'all for being here. Take care, you guys. Love you guys. Thank you, everybody. I'm just going to go down the line. And even if y'all gone, and just thank you, wonderful people, for sharing some of your life and trusting me with valuable, personal, intimate information like that. That's why I try to share what I can with myself so that it don't seem one sided. Thank you, my beautiful sister, Lisa. Thank you, Josephina. Thank you, Pooh. Thank you, Angela Critters. Love you, sis. Thank you, Brother Archie. Thank you, Rev. Love you, Rev. Thank you all so much for coming in here and hanging out with me. Repeat. Thank you. Oh, I didn't see her coming in. Hello, sis. Vina, how you doing? I didn't even see you come in, honey. It was so much emotion in this wonderful conversation. It feels so good for that release. It feels so good to be able to talk to people, even if it didn't happen to me personally, just knowing folks, you know? Because a lot of times when I talk about this, a lot of people think it's me personally, and it could be just the help that you yielded to someone else that made you, got you caught up in it, you know? Either way, I know what to do with it. And I try my best to help in any kind of way. I'm gonna stop talking now. I didn't know my girlfriend Verna. How you doing? Thank you for coming, Verna. I am so sorry. I just got so passionate about whew, talking about all of this stuff that I didn't even see you come in. Thank you so much, Verna. I'm just going down and listen. I see you there and I appreciate you and I thank you for coming. Give God thanks and praise, all of you guys. Thank you, Verna. We just were talking about, some real serious stuff that's happening and, you know, all trying to hold each other up and share love and prayer together. Thank you so much for being here, Verna. I appreciate you. You are very supportive. And I got you too, sis. I've been so fortunate to meet some of you people that have just changed my YouTube experience. And I thank you. I thank you guys for that. I'm gonna put on some music, you guys, just to, I'm not in the down throttle, but just some music that can give us a little bit of something, something, right? Yeah, let's do something here. All right, you guys.